Thank you so much for taking time and being my guest. I appreciate it.
I'm happy to. What's up, Rocco? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. Thanks for asking. And I love your art. It definitely has the theme of the movie, you know?
I'm sitting in a gallery right now in Chelsea with 13 pieces of the stolen artwork from the Gardner Museum heist from 35 years ago.
Oh
We're
my
open for
God, are you
three.
serious?
No, we're open. Yeah, I'm serious. We're open for 3 days. There's people in this gallery. We're open for 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and people are just wandering in and are like, "What is this? Is this real? Is it stolen? Is it? Why is it on a gallery?
Wow. Yeah, because like
Here, you want to see it?
yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, you've seen the big pieces are behind me, but right now it's like there's the goo and there's the Napoleonic.
Oh my God.
There's the Napoleonic figure. Here's you want to see a Vermeer? Here's a Vermeer.
Wow.
There's the Vermeer, and and then a flank. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, that really is.
I'm in the back here, and then here's a trailer for the movie that they're running in this little room.
Oh my God.
So you can go into the room and listen to the trailer if you want. All right, that's the tour.
That is so awesome. I love it.
It's crazy. We just open the doors and see what happens. People wander in, see what they think.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I guess the first question I want to ask you basically is like, what inspired you about the Boston heist that made you want to like write and make the film?
I'm from Boston, and I think the two great myths of my lifetime are Whitey Bulger and the Gardner heist. And Whitey Bulger's not funny, so I chose the Gardner heist.
It makes sense.
Yeah, the guy had no sense of humor, so it's not interesting to me.
Yeah,
But
right.
yeah, we know very, very little about what happened that night at the Gardner Museum. But what we do know for a fact is that there are really interesting people and characters that are like associated with this crime, and that is what got me interested. I wanted to tell the story, a fictional story of taking a few of the characters and inventing my own and like putting the actual heist and the actual facts of it in the background. Let someone else tell that story. I want
Sure.
to tell the story of these really interesting people and what I see as Boston every day and not what outsiders who come in for the tax break to shoot in Boston. I wanted to actually show the Boston I drive by every day.
Well, yeah, like for being someone who 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 lives there and knows about everything that happened with that. Well, I mean, like you said, not a lot is known, but how did you like come up with the roles of the film and like put your own twist on it, like put your own words on what you feel like they were thinking of and going through when they were getting ready for this?
Yeah, the characters themselves I took from my friends and from situations that I found myself in, bad golf bets, um, uh, naked swimming in other people's backyards, really bad, just ridiculous things that I've done in my life. And these are based on the people that I know and all the stupid stuff that they say. So that's where I got the characters. Um, I got Marty, the character Marty is this amazing actor, Paul Guilfoyle, and I
Hmm.
just wanted to really give him a nice big runway to play because I know what he can do, and he doesn't always get to do this. Um, he's so reliable. He's been in like every movie you've ever seen. But I just really wanted to give him a place to play. So it was about that. And I found this great young actor, Taylor, who could play a role of somebody who was almost cool. That's what I was thinking about. Is there someone I can find that's almost cool that if you just a little bit, if he could just get his act together, he'd be cool. That's Taylor, who actually in real life is much cooler, but I knew he could play this. So, so yeah, that's where I kind of got the characters from. And then I just kind of ran with the characters rather than what necessarily happened. I imagined what would it be like for me, what it would be like for my friends if they were in this situation.
Hmm. Hey, like that, whatever you, whatever inspired you, your friends and whatever, it definitely look look good on screen.
Thank you. Thank you. That's partially because of me and partially because of how everybody looks on screen and how good my cinematographer is. That helps too.
There you go. And like your your own thoughts, like how do you think like this this happened like that? The heist, like they took like art, like millions of dollars of art, and actually got away with it. And like in your own word, in your own like thoughts, like how do you think that was possible?
I know how it was possible. That is also the other thing we know, actually. Um, we don't know who did it, right? And we don't know where the paintings are, but we do know what the circumstances were that made it possible. Because back in 1990, the Gardner Museum was a smaller museum. It didn't have a
Mhm.
huge budget. And but one of the things that one of the beautiful things about this museum is that there's like a courtyard in the middle, and they put all these plants in the courtyard. It looks like the outside of a Venetian palace, but it's actually inside. It's beautiful. But what was happening was that all of the humidity from these plants were ruining the paintings. Because the
Oh,
humidity is terrible for paintings. So they had a choice. They had budget to make an air conditioning system, like an AC system to kind of help the temperature and save the paintings. So they put their money into there, and I think they rightfully did that. That's the smart play because they never thought it would get robbed, and
well, yeah.
it's too expensive to insure anyway. So there wasn't a lot of security. So the security, there was a real lapse. There was a real gap there, which is why it was an opportunity and a focus. But those are the decisions that led to that.
Okay, okay, okay. And where did you like you definitely have a great cast for this, and you mentioned like the cast that's in the film. Like where did you find them at? Like did you already know the actors or put like ads out?
I mean, I had a great casting director as well, and she helped with my top, Paul was always who I wanted to play the lead role in this. Paul and Taylor, they're both the lead. Taylor I found because I knew the character I was looking for and I saw one of his movies. Somebody recommended him to me, and then we reached out to him. Um, and then most of the other actors were all done through the casting agency. And one of the nice things that Massachusetts has is a tax break for filmmakers. So there are a lot of character actors in
Hmm.
Massachusetts that are working, and they get to stay here and work because all these Hollywood films are coming in and shooting, and they use them as character actors. So there are really good character actors in New York. There's a couple I took here from in Boston. I took a couple here from New York, but most of the character actors came through Boston.
Okay, okay.
And there are
And
some cities that have like naturally good character actors, like Philadelphia, like
yeah,
Boston. Like
yeah,
these
that's
are
where I live
places
at
that
in Philly.
I know I can tell by your accent. So so yeah, those are the places you want to find really cool, fun people that can do this stuff.
Nice, nice. Yeah, when I talk, everyone notices I'm being Italian and from Philly, talking with my hands and everything.
Totally, totally. Yeah, I went to school in West Philly for a bit, so I know. I just knew it right off the bat.
Yeah. And what I love about films, like I mean, especially like action films, horror films, I love the music, the score. And how did you know the sound that you wanted for the film, the score?
Yeah, I mean, this is really specific because in Boston, 35 years ago was March 1990, and there was a really specific musical movement going on in Boston at the
Mhm.
time. It was like loud, soft, loud music. So it was Pixies, the Breeders, some really we Jonathan Richman, but he's a little older, but some really badass music that later, right? Kurt Cobain says there's no Nirvana without the Pixies, right? So the Pixies made it, and then it spread to grunge and then it moved. But that was a moment that Boston kind of had this sound and created this sound. So I really wanted to tell the musical story of Boston as well. And then I found like the goat of music supervisors. And I just called her up and I told her I wanted to tell this particular story, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm in." So I have
Like,
Karen and Otis Rackman are my music supervisors. They're amazing, and they got me Lou Barlow, who was my composer, and Lou Barlow is in Dinosaur Jr. and he's also in Sebado, and he scored this film by Larry Clark called Kids, and he was awesome.
oh, okay.
And so he scored it. We took some of the songs from some of his different groups and
Oh,
re put them into the music into the movie.
oh, wow. Okay.
Rethought them and put like kind of more acoustic, more tough, more. There was like we used the monos, his original demos, so it has like a grittiness to it that I really liked.
Awesome, man. I know we're on our time limit now, so the last thing I'll ask you is where can fans watch the film and also follow you and the film at?
Yeah, we're doing a really unusual marketing strategy, but we're coming out with the movie for a limited time for starting on March 21st. And you can see it if you're in New York, you can see it at a cinema here. If you're Boston, at a theater here. But really, it's online at a place called Kinema. And you can see it through our website. I think it's anydaynowfilm.com. That will lead you to where you can see it. But for that week or so, I think it's just a limited 1 week release. Starting on the 21st, you could see it online, and then we're going to pull it. And then we'll
Okay.
open it wider later, or maybe we'll open it in a theater later. We'll decide later, but we're just going to pull it just to see what happens. Take a first step. See if people like it.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking. It was really good meeting you. Thank you.
It was a pleasure, really. I miss Philadelphia a lot, so give it some love for me.
I definitely will.
All right, take care.